Alright, Sunday for Christmas, all through the house. Dave's getting edgy, wants to use his MIG welder again. Right, here's our fixture that we were making for the support. So I made this, I welded this yesterday. Took two pieces of a 1 inch angle, 1/8 inch thick, middle up C channel, and that's going to be this piece here. And now I need to cut a 4x6. I got some 1/16 inch thick sheet, so I'm going to cut 4 inch wide and then cut 6 inches, and I'm going to use my angle grinder. And this ain't going to be pretty. This isn't like a do as I do, learn from me, but I'm just, you know, just learn how to use these tools, and it's effing fun, man. Alright, we got this piece cut. That's probably the longest length of a straight cut that I have done with my angle grinder and cutoff wheel. So it was good just to kind of like get in a groove and start to breathe again instead of holding my breath and just relax into it a bit. And it looks like a pretty straight cut right along the line. So now I got to cut it in half. So this is the piece I'm going to weld along here, so I'm going to use a flapper disc and clean this up instead of a grinding wheel because it's not that thick. And alright, so the intent is to put a bead here, across here, and down on the other side here. That's where it would be. Yeah, it's where I think it'd be, because otherwise I can't have it on the bottom side or the back side or anything, because then it's going to interfere with clearances. So that's where I want the bead to be. Will it work? I don't know. This is 16th, so I think I set the machine for 16th. I don't know. Alright, so I kind of got ahead of myself here. I got this all clamped in. I'm ready to start doing some tacks and playing with the MIG. I go, you know, I have not welded 16th. I've welded the 1/8 inch and it went quite well. So I set up the scrap piece. And I'm going to do some beads here, I guess they're called. And this is just like an armrest, so I can guide. Yeah, so I'm going to run a couple beads and see if it's going to work. So I'm trying to get into a habit. I make sure my vent's plugged in, so we're venting. I got my gas bottle turned on. I turn my breaker on, and I got my settings. The chart said for 16th inch with 0030 wire, and the gas, it should be 17 and 207, but I can only get to 208. Yes, I think we're going to run a couple, see what we get. And we have to add ground clamp into our routine. Alright, super gnarly, right? Look at that. Alright, and then it's going to cool down a bit, put it on the wire wheel, and take a quick look at it. Let's look at the back side and see if it's good enough for me for the first weld. Alright, check this out. So this is the top side, and then on the bottom side, it like burnt, it came all the way through, right? That's the top, and then this is the bottom. Crazy! What do I do now? Probably got too much heat. What does that mean? I don't know. They say that the wire feed is the current rating, so I guess I gotta turn it down a bit. It also seems that this part here is this part, and I was doing a weave pattern, so it definitely was getting a lot more a longer amount of stay time or heat. This first one I just went bzzz really quick, and that looks like a better, not as much all the way through. That's crazy. I guess that's what full penetration means. It comes out the other side. It didn't burn a hole in it, but it definitely goes all the way through, huh? Crazy. So now the question is, do I do a practice one with a little bit less wire speed? Although on here I'm going onto 1/8 inch angle, and that's 16th inch sheet. So is that good for that? I don't know. Okay, I turned it from 207 down to 190 or 189. And we'll see what goes on. Godspeed, Captain. Super gnarly. I did a bunch of passes there, but the backside didn't burn through. Got pretty hot. But yeah, I think I can't see the weld pool. It's kind of like flying an airplane. You can't see the runway when you're landing because I got the nose pulled up too far. I always landed in the weeds. So that's my issue. I think maybe I need a better helmet. I can't see the weld pool. So with the grinder, just to clean up because it's kind of ugly. Not to make it pretty, but just to clean up so I don't like cut myself. And I used the wire wheel to smooth some of it out. I don't want to make a medical disaster out of this. But that's like effing gnarly. But it's mine, and I love it. So that's my. It's like this is my first weld. And this is like my second weld with my MIG180. And for all that I don't know how to do, I think the welder really helped out a lot. Right, so probably some of the critical things is I wanted this thing to be square and pretty much flat. I didn't want too much warping, and I wanted it to be square. It's pretty good. And just a little down here, it warped in a little bit. But I think that's going to be okay, not much. So I think the clamping I did was suitable for what my critical parameters were. Now I got to drill some mounting holes, and I have to drill the pivot hole, one on each side. So I'll put that on a drill press probably, get those drilled in, and then we will make legs for it.